Hello to everybody out there on the YouTubes. My name is Paulo Brocado, and today I'm just going to do a quick weigh-in before I start my 12-week challenge and also my testosterone replacement therapy, or a new cycle of it. So for the last, you could say, almost 8 months, I've been weaning myself off my testosterone replacement therapy, basically just to see where my natural levels are, and as expected, they sunk really low. So I will be going back on a new cycle of testosterone replacement therapy starting today. Before I do that though, I wanted to see where I could get my physicality, my strength, and my weightlifting numbers to naturally. And surprisingly, I actually managed to still increase my numbers somewhat while I was without testosterone replacement therapy. And that was due to probably a combination of eating healthily and proper nutrition, working out, sleeping, getting the right amount of recovery, and trying to minimize my drinking as much as I can. So now I'm going to start with a new cycle, but I'm also going to do a 12-week challenge where for the next 3 months I do everything physically possible to keep my health as in tip-top shape as it possibly could be. And I'm doing this because I want to see what kind of difference it makes when I'm on testosterone replacement therapy, when I eat clean and I follow a strict regimen of workouts and nutrition. So the purpose of today's video is to just track everything, show you where I am currently, what my stats are, and then we can compare these before stats to the after stats in 3 months' time to see what kind of progress has been made by applying these principles of healthy living and testosterone replacement therapy. So just before this video, I did in fact shoot another video where I do before pictures or before video of my current physical state, just so that you can see, we can see where I am currently, and then how applying these principles and setting the new goals for the next 3 months will result in some sort of transformation when we look at that and compare the before pictures or video to the after pictures and videos. And I will track these things. I will do a video every 2 weeks just to let you and myself know how the progress is going, and then once a month I will film another video just to show another video of how the physical appearance is progressing and what the body is looking like. So I did create a couple of notes before I flick across to the before video. So yeah, I just want to explain a little bit about this 3-month challenge, what the goals are, what I'm expecting to achieve, and a few other things. So basically, it's very important to track your goals and to track your progress and to also take accountability for the things that you're doing. And that's the purpose of this video, is to kind of keep on my ass for the next 3 months to make sure that I stick to my goals and reach them. So the things that will be contributing towards the growth is, number one, starting testosterone replacement therapy, which I explained earlier. It's an injection that I take once today, and that should last for the next 12 weeks. So we'll see how we progress on that. Then another thing I'm doing is something I haven't really done before. Well, let me tell you what it is first. It's counting macros, and that's basically tracking your calories, your protein, your carbs, and your fats, and making sure that you have the exact proportion and exact amounts that you need in order to achieve your goals. Now, I've done all those calculations based on my height and my body weight and the goal that I've set myself, which is to increase strength and muscle. And just as a rough number, I'm not going to give you all the digits right now, but as a rough number, I have to consume about 3,300 calories every day. And I think the percentage of that was carbs was about 300 grams of carbs every single day, and that's a lot more than I normally consume, which is probably why I have been losing quite a bit of weight over the last year, because I did cut down the carbs quite a lot, and maybe that was a mistake when I was doing strength training. I also will not be touching alcohol for 30 days, so you can basically say 1 drink every 30 days, which means 3 drinking sessions over 3 months, and that's it. And the reason for that is because when I do drink, I tend to binge drink and go overboard quite a bit. Then the next day is wasted. I'm lying in bed, I'm doing nothing, I don't get things done, and I want to do everything possible to squeeze what I can out of this 3-month cycle or program. So I'm eliminating alcohol pretty much altogether with one little treat every 30 days. So basically there's mini challenges within the 3-month challenge. There's a 30-day challenge every month within that not to touch alcohol. Then I'll be doing what I normally do, but just in the right proportions and counting macros, and that's clean eating. That's just, the right carbs, the right vegetables and fruits, and the right amount of healthy meats and fats. What I will also be doing is training 5 times a week at a minimum. Sometimes it will be more, but there won't be less than 5 workout sessions every week, and that will be a combination of heavy lifts with the focus. My goal for this 3-month cycle is to continue progressing and increasing the weight on my heavy lifts, but also to get more definition and size on the arms and the chest, which is a definite weak point of mine. Then I will also be focusing on my form in my Olympic lifts. Because I love the Olympic lifts, and even though my power lifts are my heavier lifts and that's what I'm training for, I'll still be doing Olympic lifts at slightly less weight, just to practice the form and get familiar with it, and to have that full range of motion and mobility that is required for Olympic lifting. And then in between that, maybe once or twice a week, either on an off day or on a day when I don't go to the gym, I had to skip it for some reason, I'll do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is something I've started recently. Okay, so what I'm going to do now quickly is I will kind of get out the way here so that my super cool video editor can put up my statistics that I have written down here. And basically what you will see up here shortly is my current body weight and my current numbers for each of the exercises, especially the heavy lifts of what I'm doing. Then next to that, you will see my old personal records, which were set about, just over a year ago. And I'm 82 kilograms now. At that point, I was about 94, 95 kilograms. And so having that extra mass definitely helped, give me higher numbers with my personal records. But in fact, I'm not far off now at my natural levels either. So I'll post those numbers as well, which were my all-time personal records. Then after that, I'll post my goals. And that's the numbers that I want to be hitting at the end of this 3-month challenge, and most of those are pretty close to my old personal records. So maybe that's a little bit ambitious, but hopefully with all the little factors that are going into place here into making this the optimal cycle and workout with the best nutrition and strongest that I can be, maybe it's possible. We'll only know at the end, and we'll keep tracking. Another reason why I am doing a before video of my body instead of photos is because these things are easily manipulated. You'll see a lot of guys on the internet, they'll have a before, after, and then this fantastic this before picture, and then a fantastic after picture, and in the before picture they're fat and they're sticking their stomach out, and then in the after picture they're all ripped and that. And I find this kind of thing a little bit, of a trick and a bit of bullshit, because it's very easy to manipulate those pictures. It's easy to stick out and force your stomach out in the before picture, but it's always a giveaway. You can see these guys have got defined arms and that, so they're doing whatever they can to give you these dramatic results and that. And I don't want to do that. I want to be honest and upfront with these things. I don't think my physicality is that bad at the moment, but I definitely want to see the difference though. So I'm just going to stand in the before video that I have shot already. I'm just going to stand normally and do a few turns. I'm not a bodybuilder, I don't know all the poses of that. I'm just going to do a couple of things that that I can think of to show what I look like, and I'll do the same at the end. And that's why I'm shooting a video and not taking photos, because I think a video is a little bit more honest, and it's very difficult to kind of fake that kind of thing. So it's shot in natural light, because mainly that's the only light I have right now. I don't have any studio equipment light yet. And at the end of the 3-month cycle, I will also shoot in the same scenario, hopefully in the same room as well, and we can see what the results look like. So you may have noticed that in the charts that I put up a little bit earlier with the goals and that my numbers on my Olympic lifts are pretty low. Now, maybe you're asking, why is that? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because most of my volume and effort is going to be going into my power lifts, or my strength lifting, which are the squats, the deadlifts, and the bench press and rows. So a lot of my energy and force is going to be going into that, and it's going to be impossible to exert the same amount of force and effort into the Olympic lifts as well in a period of 1 week. You're just going to land up overtraining and exhausting yourself, and that's just going to cause the whole program to kind of fail. So the idea is to have heavy power lifts, and then the Olympic lifts at a lower rate, maybe at about 60 to 75% of the normal effort, just to focus on form and to make sure that you don't overtrain and don't exhaust yourself for the other big lifts that you're doing. So I think this is a good way to approach it anyway, because Olympic lifts are very, very technical, and you have to get the form right. And I've seen it, when I've been doing CrossFit classes and that, these people put on so much weight and they try to do these lifts and their ego gets in the way without knowing the proper form, and that's not the way to go. So I think this will help, and maybe in the future we can start doing a cycle of heavy Olympic lifts, but for now it just doesn't fit into the program, so that's why I'm keeping it slightly lower. Okay, so let's summarize what the goals are for the cycle. As I said earlier, the goals are to see what you can accomplish, or what I can accomplish, where I take all the factors that I could possibly improve and use to create the optimal workout and nutritional plan for a 3-month period, and put those into full effect. I also want to get more definition and size in my arms and chest, so the program will be slightly skewed towards that. It's still going to focus on gaining strength and increasing numbers, but I will probably have an extra workout in once every week to try and build size on the arms and on the chest. And then also, naturally, to make sure that the lifts that I am doing, I'm lifting heavy and with proper form. So basically, I want to go for form, I want to go for weight, and at the end of this, as a bonus, I want to hopefully walk out with a slightly better physique than where we are now. Now, it might be, I have a slight bit of belly fat. It might be difficult to get rid of that, especially when you're in a bit of a bulking, strength gaining phase, but I am eating clean. I've calculated the macros to a T, so hopefully we can even shed a little bit of belly fat. But if not, and even if I pick up a slight bit more, but I do grow in strength, I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. It was a little bit here and there today, but I think I did cover everything. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what this 3-month cycle, if that's what you want to call it, brings. Hopefully it's going to bring positive results. And if you're interested in seeing the progress, well, welcome aboard. It will be interesting to see the difference between where I came from naturally and now where I'm going to on another start of a cycle of testosterone. And yeah, hopefully you can use this to either motivate you or help you in your training and in your treatment if you are getting testosterone replacement treatment. So thank you for watching, and if you do find these videos helpful, just click the subscribe button below. I'm just a normal guy like you and everyone else out there, and maybe we can exchange ideas and see what comes up. Thank you. Bye.